Don't judge a book by its cover. I've been reading this book recently, and for good reason. You see, nowadays, the fitness industry is full of a lot of misinformation, and this book right here, I feel, was written with the last ounce of common sense in the fitness world. This book was from 2006. 6 Weeks to a Hollywood Body by Steve Zim. I know the title looks cheesy and pretentious, but I had an open mind and I read it and I was actually pleasantly surprised because a lot of what he talks about in this book is stuff that I have been saying for years, especially to my friends, family members, co-workers, about physical fitness and especially weight loss. A lot of people do not know just basic general nutrition principles, fitness principles, and just general knowledge about how to get in shape. And most of this video is not really about this book. I want most of this video to be about the message of the book and the message of my content, which is that you have to keep it simple, stupid. KISS. The band Kiss actually based their name off of that principle. It's a business principle in sales, and it's just centered around simplicity and the fact that simple is what always works. Getting stronger, that's a common sales point of a lot of fitness programs out there. The reason it works is because it works. Bigger muscles are going to be stronger muscles. Also reading, what's it called, by Alpha Destiny, I forgot. To me, he's always going to be Alpha Destiny. I know that name is very controversial. I'm doing Alpha Destiny's workout problem. I flippin' forgot what the name of it was. Naturally Enhanced. I'm reading that book too right now. I'll probably do a little side review on that one too. Because the thing is, in fitness right now, like, people are so desperate to sell you some bullcrap. It's insane what people are willing. I was listening to Scooby 1961 like a week ago. He said, there are pretty much two people out there in the fitness world who are making the most money. Number one, the people who obviously are doing a bunch of drugs and steroids, and their message is obvious, just do steroids like them. But then there's also people that just say these ridiculous lies and get all these gullible people lured into this bullcrap ideology that doesn't even work, that is going to just make them fatter and uglier over time. I love this book because it is about what works and it's back to the basics. Now, this is more of a book based on just more so general fitness. It's not really about like bodybuilding per se. It's more so about just getting, quote unquote, fit. Because I'm looking at the title right now. It says, look fit and feel fabulous with the secrets of the stars. So it's more so for that and more so weight loss, I would say. From what I've read from this, it's more about changing your body composition and weight loss, like fat loss more so. Like I just said, with strength training, strength building, and getting bigger, it's about lifting more weight, obviously. And you may judge me for trying to make a video on advice on how to get bigger and stronger, but I've been bigger before. I've been about 20 pounds heavier than I am now. For me and my general genetics and build, it did not really serve me very well because the only thing I had to offer was just lifting a lot more weight in the gym. And as far as like me being a person walking on the streets, you really couldn't tell the difference between me and like some Joe Schmo who drinks 10 beers a night and doesn't watch what they eat at all. I literally made this YouTube short, and it got a considerable amount of views, and the title was Personality to Aesthetics. What people don't realize is that in that clip before, I had actually been lifting for at least a couple years, and I was very strong. I could lift like 50 kg dumbbells, not 50 kg, like 26 kg. I got confused. Dumbbells on each hand, easily, like repping like 10 reps, which, for my size and build and genetics, that's actually like pretty good. And for the average gym goer, I've seen people lift a lot of weight on overhead press, obviously, but like, it's not common to see people lift that way. In fact, and this is a true story, by the way, I did have one person at one point come up to me at the gym and ask me for advice on how to lift heavy. It's actually happened to me twice before. Once, whenever I was 20, and I was bulking, I was lifting those heavy dumbbells in overhead press, and then a second time, which was the best experience, I will say. This random woman came up to me and asked me how to do, I was doing pistol squats and one-hand push-ups, and that person asked me, where I learned to do that, and blah, blah, blah. I forgot what conversation was. Back on track to the main topic of the video is common sense is what's lacking in the fitness world, especially nowadays, because people are so desperate to get your money. I mean, it's like insane what people are. I heard there's this new cotton ball diet trending. Yes, you heard it right. There is a such thing as a cotton ball diet. And people are, not everyone, but there's like a small group of people who believe that it is an actual diet and they actually practice it. I don't know why. I don't know what has compelled them to believe in nonsense like that, but there are actually people out there who do the cotton ball diet. That's how extreme the fitness world has gotten, believe it or not. Even though I have some controversial opinions with fitness, because I think people can still be in shape while being underweight or overweight, it doesn't compare to the cotton ball diet, though. That kind of advice is insane. This book, like I said, it was written in 2006. This kind of information is probably like the most unbiased information that you can find. Anything that's like in a book especially is going to be very unbiased. Social media is so biased. This book was written before social media. 2006, that was like the Razor phone era. So there was no, there's no Greg Doucette, there was no Jeff Nippard or whatever, all those, key figures in fitness, they didn't exist. I mean, this guy was pretty much the sort of Nostradamus of fitness, if you want to call it that, back then. He was pretty much the guy that, and what was different about this kind of person is that he was only known by a small amount of people. But then, of course, he published his book, and the information started to, spread. And, I would even say that this guy, the Steve Zim guy, I would say he may have paved the way for the entire fitness world, and especially the online fitness community, honestly. A lot of these principles I'm looking at, I don't want to give you too much information because obviously it's a book. I don't want to copyright, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to basically give you guys the entire book in this video. But I'm looking at some of these principles, I'm like, I've heard Greg Doucette say that like a bazillion times. I've heard Jeff Nippard say that all the time. I've heard Scooby 1961 talk about that like multiple times. So the main message of the video is, number one, this book is really good, but number two, it would behoove you to find information like this is unbiased, preferably in a paper, not electronic, a real physical copy of a book, and preferably something that was not written recently. something that's not too old, but not too new. And I think that if a lot of you do this, you are going to learn a lot more and progress better in your fitness. And I would say I definitely have progressed more in my fitness after using the information in this book. So anyways, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in another one. Peace out.